हाँ वही बाप
It's time for a quick break. Here on the other side, we're getting you details of Prime Minister Narendra Modi performing a Havan at Delhi's redeveloped ITPO complex, which is all set to host the G20 summit.
You are watching India Today.
Quality today. In Delhi, 87. In Mumbai, 60. In Kolkata, 23. In Bangalore, 46. In Chennai, 92. In Hyderabad, 60.
You are watching India Today.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Narendra Modi performed the inaugural Havan at Delhi's redeveloped ITPO complex, which is set to host the G20 leaders meeting in September. The ceremony began at 10 this morning with Havan Puja performed by the Prime Minister, followed by a felicitation of the construction workers. He will return to the ITPO for the grand inaugural ceremony, where the G20 stamp and coin were unveiled.
An architectural marvel, a sprawling complex spread over 123 acres. Developed in the shape of the Shankh at a cost of about 27,000 crore rupees. A brand new international exhibition cum convention center complex at Delhi's Pragati Maidan is set to be dedicated to the nation. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates this world-class structure on Wednesday, the venue for the G20 leaders meeting scheduled in September. The design of the complex inspired by Indian tradition. The IECC at the same time embraces the most modern facilities. Multiple meeting rooms, lounges, auditoriums. Majestic multi-purpose and plenary halls with a combined capacity of 7,000 people, larger than the famous Sydney Opera House in Australia. Its amphitheatre can accommodate 3,000 people. Versatile space for trade fairs and business events.
आत्मनिर्भर भारत ये हर नागरिक का, हर सरकार का, समाज के हर इकाई का ये दायित्व बन जाता है। ये आत्मनिर्भर भारत ये सरकारी एजेंडा, सरकारी कार्यक्रम नहीं है। ये समाज का जन आंदोलन है जिसे हमें आगे बढ़ाना है।
The new IECC complex expected to promote India as a global business destination. According to the PMO, the facility will also play a vital role in boosting trade and commerce, leading to economic growth and job creation. A platform for small and medium enterprises to showcase their products and services on the national and international stage. Bureau Report, India Today.
Well, this is a mega India Today impact. So a motor case and FR has been registered against 3 girls for putting hidden cameras in college washroom. The FR also registered against the college administration in this case.
You are watching India Today.
International funds are a relatively new segment that we've seen flourishing very well in India. How do you see their growth over a period of time, and why is it that initially we have international funds that are focused mainly on the US markets? Of course, newer ones are looking at the Asian geography too.
Yeah, I think the thesis comes from portfolio theory. I think if you look at most investors outside of India, so if you look at investors in the UK or the US or even Southeast Asia, you'll see that a lot of their portfolio is devoted towards companies and stocks outside their home country. And I think in India this was not the case, but I think today people have realized that a part of your portfolio should be exposed towards stocks and sectors and companies outside of your home country. And what we've seen in the US markets in the last 10 years, 15 years, I think the potential to wealth creation is very, very high. I think I do believe that yes, US is 60% of global GDP market cap. So I think international investing is a category. The first obvious market that you can look for is the US market, because you're looking at the biggest market, also a very fast-growing market. The second thing to why I think US markets are important is because it's one market where you have global business models. If at just the S&P 500, which is the top 500 companies in the US, about 60%, 55 to 60% of their sales is actually happening outside the US. So I think when you're looking at global investing, you want to buy global stocks. And the center, the exchange or the country which holds the most amount of globally diversified business models happens to be the US, which is why I think US tends to be the first category. And now obviously, once you have the US in your portfolio, I think it makes sense to add, say, emerging markets or developed markets. But I think US tends to be the most popular because of how well diversified its capital markets are.
About that cage match, as somebody looking at it, what's your wager? Is that a metaphor?
Oh my gosh, I've only got one answer if it happens. Of course, Mark Zuckerberg will win, and he's super fit, and he's really into fitness, is really into these sports, into Brazilian jiu-jitsu and MMA, and so on. Yeah, but listen, I think I don't know. I don't do it myself, but I think a lot of this is about technique, not just about size. Whether it'll actually happen or not, I honestly I don't know.
You are watching India Today.
Welcome back. Now, this is a big India Today news break impact. After India Today broke the news of Udupi College washroom controversy, the National Commission for Women has taken cognizance. This is a suo motu case. An FIR has been registered against 3 girls at the Malpe police station in Udupi. FIR has been registered against the college administration as well. This after a big controversy erupted over the reports of 3 students from a private paramedical college in Udupi shooting explicit videos of many girls inside the college restroom and allegedly sharing them online. The report triggered controversy and tensions in the district. Later on, the Udupi superintendent of police clarified that no hidden cameras were used in the college washrooms. He's also debunked the blackmailing angle, saying that misinformation was being spread.
The action should be taken and the case should be booked and investigated, and as per the law of the land, the action should be taken, because to really know the depth of the case, in how many incidents, many more people have been affected in this. What was the real motive? They are all jihadi people or involved with any terrorist group. All these things needs to be investigated.
The Karnataka government is mulling to withdraw false cases registered against what they say are innocent people who were arrested during the violence in the state under the BJP regime. Home Minister G. Parmeshwar has urged the Principal Secretary to review arrest of youth and students on false charges in incidents of violence that took place in the DJ Halli and KG Halli areas in Bengaluru in the year 2020. Protests, remember, had erupted against the then incumbent MLA Akhanda Srinivas. Rioters had set a fire to an MLA's house in a police station. A large number of perpetrators from the Muslim community were arrested at that time. Some of them were associated with the Popular Front of India. Karnataka government is going to review arrests made during the Savarkar-Tipu face-off, which took place in Shivamogga in 2022. Muslim youth and PFI members were arrested by the police. The BJP, meanwhile, has slammed the Congress of appeasement politics, saying it was hell-bent on revoking cases against the Popular Front of India goons for vote bank politics.
Ranveer Seth has written a letter and I have written a letter. See, all this doesn't really matter. There is a system in the government to withdraw cases. There is a cabinet subcommittee under the chairmanship of the Home Minister, and they will decide. If somebody gives a representation that this case has to be withdrawn, we will not suo motu withdraw those cases. We will send it to the cabinet subcommittee and they will decide whether to withdraw or not. Then further it will go before the main cabinet, and then cabinet will take a decision either way. Then only the cases will be withdrawn. Government orders will be issued. Without that, nobody, including Chief Minister or the Home Minister, they cannot suo motu withdraw the cases.
Innocents and students who have no role in this riot should be given justice. Basically, this is not my own plea, but it has also been the plea of hundreds of parents of those youths who have been sentenced to judicial custody.
Seems to be no end to the string of very aggressive intercepts by Russia. A US drone's propeller was severely damaged when a Russian jet dumped flares on it while flying dangerously close overhead in Syria. As per the US military sources, one of the Russian flares struck the drone, severely damaging its propeller. Fortunately, the MQ-9 crew was able to maintain flight and safely recover this aircraft to its home base. US sources also suggest that Russian fighter jets have repeatedly harassed US drones that are conducting anti-Islamic State group missions, largely in western Syria. On the 5th of July, 3 Russian fighter jets reportedly harassed 3 US drones flying over Syria. A similar incident took place in March over the Black Sea, where a Russian Su-27 fighter jet struck the same type of US drone, damaging its propeller and forcing it down in the water. Well, the Chinese government have removed Qin Guang from the post of foreign minister and replaced him with his predecessor, Wang Yi. The announcement came a month after Qin's last public appearance. Qin Guang has not been seen in public since the 25th of June. Here's more.
An unusual shake-up in China. The country's top decision-making body ousts dismissing foreign minister. and instead appoints a predecessor, Wang Yi, to the key post. Qin Gang, now China's former foreign minister, has not been seen in public since June 25th.
你这个问题我没有可以提供的信息。
The Chinese government has given no reason for the prolonged absence of Qin Gang, regarded as a trusted aide of President Xi Jinping. The 57-year-old career diplomat was appointed as China's foreign minister in December, after he served as the country's ambassador to the United States. Qin Gang's mysterious disappearance has sparked intense speculation. Rumors rife in China attribute his absence to his being punished either because of power struggle or because of an extramarital affair with a TV anchor. But officially, the Chinese establishment is tight-lipped. Wang Yi, a most senior party member to Qin Gang and China's most senior diplomat, who served as the country's foreign minister between 2018 and 2022, reinstated to the post. Qin Gang is the latest in the long line of high-profile figures who have gone missing in China in the past decade. Artists, political and government officials, celebrities and business people included. A sign of deepened opacity and crackdown on dissent. Bureau Report, India Today.
With that, it's time for a break. On the other side, we're breaking down the details of the drama that played out in Parliament today. Opposition's no confidence motion accepted for debate. Lok Sabha Speaker has accepted the no trust motion. The Speaker is to announce the date on the debate soon, even as the ruckus continue.
Honorable members. You are watching India Today.
Weather forecast now. Delhi, maximum 36 and minimum 25 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 28 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 34 and minimum 27 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 22 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 28 and minimum 25 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 27 and minimum 22 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
forecast now. Delhi, maximum 36 and minimum 25 degrees. Mumbai, maximum 28 and minimum 25 degrees. Kolkata, maximum 34 and minimum 27 degrees. Bangalore, maximum 22 and minimum 19 degrees. Chennai, maximum 28 and minimum 25 degrees. Hyderabad, maximum 27 and minimum 22 degrees.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
About that cage match, as somebody looking at it, what's your wager? Is that a metaphor?
Oh my gosh, I've only got one answer if it happens. Of course, Mark Zuckerberg will win, and he's super fit, and he's really into fitness. He's really into these sports, into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA and so on. Yeah, but listen, I think I don't know. I don't do it myself, but I think a lot of this is about technique, not just about size. Whether it'll actually happen or not, I honestly I don't know.
Co-powered by the new Kia Seltos, the badass reborn. Co-powered by Mama Earth Onion Shampoo, reduces hair fall naturally. Airtel Extreme Fiber.
Amid din, drama and disruptions,
we have to use the last opportunity what we are having to force the Prime Minister to come to Parliament and speak about money.
opposition India does not trust Modi.
तो नो कॉन्फिडेंस दिया है, तो अब लोगों के कॉन्फिडेंस माननीय नरेंद्र मोदी जी के ऊपर, भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर ये है।
अब चर्चा कराने की जब हमने सहमति भरी तो रूल्स ले आए, रूल्स पे कुछ डिस्कशन पे सहमति बन रही थी तो एक नया मुद्दा ले आए।
Opposition making big Manipur point. But Modi predicted this in 2018.
कि आप इतनी तैयारी करो कि 2023 में फिर से आपको अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने का मौका मिले।
Stage set for mega numbers war. Big edge for Modi. The big no trust war. Top focus on 5 Live.
In India's long and rich history of no-confidence motions, here comes the very latest. The opposition, the Congress and another opposition party have moved parallel no-confidence motions in Parliament against the government. We're going to bring you the lowdown, stack up the numbers for you and show you what the battlefield looks like ahead of the latest no-confidence motion in the world's largest democracy. I'm Shiv Arur. Thanks so much for tuning in. These are the headlines. Fresh violence erupts in Manipur. Shops and houses burnt in the More district of the state. Miscreants pelted stones. Police resort to tear gas deployment. We have a full ground report coming up in a few minutes. Delhi ordinance dangal to kick off in Parliament. Home Minister Amit Shah to introduce ordinance bill in the Lok Sabha on Monday. It's the one which pits the BJP against the Aam Aadmi Party's control over bureaucrats in Delhi. 1984 anti-Sikh riots case continues to haunt Congress leader Jagdish Titler. Delhi court takes cognizance of charge sheet, directs Congress leader to appear before the court on the 5th of August. Imagine, nearly 4 decades after the fact. Mega India Today Impact suo motu case and FIR registered against 3 students in the Udupi college toilet incident. FIR also registered against college administration and against a channel that was circulating a misleading video. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh's big warning to Pakistan on Kargil Vijay Divas says just because India does not cross the LOC routinely does not mean it cannot.
भारतीय मूल्यों के प्रति हमारा पूरा विश्वास है और अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कानूनों के प्रति हमारी प्रतिबद्धता है। उस समय अगर हमने एलओसी पार नहीं किया तो इसका मतलब यह नहीं था कि हम एलओसी नहीं पार कर सकते थे।
It's a big Modi government versus INDIA alliance war in Parliament, and we're now just 10 months away from the big election next year. The opposition has moved India's latest no-trust motion against the centre, claiming this was the only way to bring Prime Minister Modi to the discussion table on the pressing issue of the Manipur crisis. But the centre is strongly firm on the fact that only Amit Shah, the Home Minister, will make a statement in Parliament. But where does it stop? And what's the way out of this stalemate? Take a look.
वो शुभकामनाएं मैं आज फिर देना चाहता हूं कि आप इतनी तैयारी करो कि 2023 में फिर से आपको अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाने का मौका मिले।
This prediction by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, done 4 years ago, is coming true. The Parliament witnessing yet another no-trust battle. Waging a big war, the opposition India Alliance moved a no-trust motion against centre over Manipur violence. The motion was weighed and almost immediately accepted by the Lok Sabha Speaker, paving the way for a vote within 10 days. The last no-trust vote against Modi government was in 2018, which the ruling combined sailed through with a big margin. Opposition claims it was the only option before it to get the Prime Minister Narendra Modi to speak on Manipur.
We want justice for Manipur, and India Alliance is for Manipur. And that is why we have presented the government with this no confidence motion to remind the Prime Minister of his constitutional, moral and ethical responsibility towards the state of affairs in Manipur.
अगर अविश्वास प्रस्ताव लाया जा रहा है लोकसभा में तो इस स्वागत योग्य कदम है। इसके जरिए कम से कम प्रधानमंत्री को मजबूर होना पड़ेगा मणिपुर की हिंसा पर जवाब देने के लिए।
वो हर तरीके से प्रजातंत्र और पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेसी का हनन करने में लगी हुई है, उसका गला घोटने को भी तैयार है। उम्मीद करते हैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी मणिपुर की घटना को लेकर और मणिपुर को लेकर सदन में चर्चा करेंगे।
The government has claimed that it is ready for a debate on Manipur violence and only Home Minister Amit Shah will reply.
सरकार हर परिस्थिति के लिए तैयार है। हम तो चाहते हैं मणिपुर पे चर्चा हो। कल गृह मंत्री जी ने भी लोकसभा में फिर बोला, क्योंकि इनका विषय सत्र शुरू होने से पहले यही था कि मणिपुर पे चर्चा कराओ। अब चर्चा कराने की जब हमने सहमति भरी तो रूल्स ले आए कि प्रधानमंत्री जी आकर के चर्चा शुरू करें। ये मुझे लगता बहाना है।
But it is not just the India Alliance. Even BRS separately moved no trust motion against Prime Minister, which OIC's AIMIM says it will support.
जो देश में जो मणिपुर का जो इश्यू घटना चल रहा है उसका ऊपर जो है चर्चा होना चाहिए। देश के प्रधानमंत्री का मुंह से अगर ये बात आने से देश के लोगों के लिए थोड़ा शांति भी रहेगा, अच्छा रहेगा बोल के हम लोग काफ़ी कोशिश किया था। आज के दिन में जो है ना ये नो कॉन्फिडेंस मोशन मूव किया है।
It is the day 5 of the parliament, and it was stalled yet again with opposition leaders asking for Prime Minister Modi's statement on Manipur in parliament. But amid raging India alliance versus Modi government, who will blink first? With Paulami Saha and Mausami Singh in New Delhi, Bureau Report, India Today.
And leader of opposition to generate discipline and decorum in their members, please take your seat.
Because that is really what it actually is, a war over who is going to blink first. But I also want to show you, viewer, what happened inside Parliament. Yes, the motions have been moved now for that no confidence vote against the Modi government. But the Manipur fire, which is raging far away in that northeastern state, is echoing and only escalating in Parliament. Today, for the 5th straight day, sloganeering and disruptions by the opposition continued. The opposition is adamant on a statement from the Prime Minister on Manipur, not from the Home Minister. Here's what you may have missed during the day of what happened in Parliament.
I'm astonished to hear a member of this House call other members of this House dhokebaz?
मैं पूरे अपने इश्यूज को सदन के सामने रख रहा था और जब 50 लोग अपना 267 पे दिए थे तो मुझे अगर बोलने का मौका भी नहीं मिला, ठीक है, लेकिन कम से कम जब मैं बोल रहा हूं मेरा माइक अचानक बंद करना ये मेरा प्रिविलेज है। अब उसको प्रिविलेज को धक्का मेरा अपमान हुआ है, मेरे रेस्पेक्ट को मेरे सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट को उन्होंने चैलेंज किया है और सरकार के इशारे पे अगर सदन चला तो मैं समझूंगा साहब डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है।
Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. Floor was given to the leader of the opposition. Leader of the opposition was at a time when there was discussion on a legislative business. Any transgression that takes place away from the main theme, everyone in the House is aware that can't be allowed. And that is, at that stage, the Honorable Deputy Chairperson intervened. So it is not that mics were put off. It means the indulgence accorded by the chair to a particular member to focus on the issue which is subject matter of discussion, and if the honorable member transgresses it, goes into another domain, that surely can't be allowed.
जिस प्रकार का दुर्व्यवहार आज हम देश भर के अलग अलग इलाकों में देख रहे हैं, गंभीर समस्या है, संवेदनशील विषय, और सरकार इसके लिए तैयार है। इसमें कोई राजनीतिकरण करने का कोशिश ना करे। मैं समझता हूँ ये विषय राजनीति के परे है। हम सब ने बड़ी गंभीरता से, बड़े संवेदनशील तरीके से इन विषयों के ऊपर चर्चा करनी चाहिए और सभी राज्यों में जो ये समस्या चल रही है, सभी राज्य सरकारों ने भी इसकी गंभीरता से संज्ञान लेना चाहिए। तो मैं चाहता हूं कि आप इन दोनों विषयों पे भी, राजस्थान और छत्तीसगढ़ पे जो दो आपके अलग अलग नोटिसेज आए, इसके ऊपर भी आप शॉर्ट ड्यूरेशन डिस्कशन शेड्यूल करें, रखें। सरकार इसके लिए तैयार है।
And we've got breaking news coming in on the Gyanvapi case in Varanasi. The Allahabad High Court, a day after the Supreme Court had put a 2-day stay on any survey to be conducted at the mosque complex, the Allahabad High Court has now allowed the Archaeological Survey of India survey to take place at the mosque complex. The High Court has said a complete ASI survey needs to be conducted by the end of July, and the complete survey needs to be conducted without damaging any structure. Remember, a court a few days ago had cleared permission for this particular Archaeological Survey of India survey of the mosque complex, but without going to the disputed Wazukhana area. The Supreme Court had put a 2-day stay on it, giving relief to the Muslim side, saying go to the High Court first. The High Court has now paved the way for that survey to take place. So this is a big win for the Hindu side that has been claiming that the Gyanvapi mosque was built on the structure of a temple. Samarth Srivastav tracking the story for us. Samarth, a setback for the Muslim side, it appears, with the Allahabad High Court now upholding that survey and giving instructions on that survey to take place and a full report to be conducted by the end of July.
See, Shiv, the discussion is still on in the survey because when ASI people were called by the court around 2:30 p.m. and they arrived at the court, and when the discussion started and court argued and inquired about how will they do that particular thing in the premises without damaging the structure, to which ASI told the basic techniques by which the structure won't be destroyed or destructed, but the survey would also be done. And then the court asked the ASI how much time would you take for that particular process. Then the ASI said they will take up to 31 of July. That means around 3 to 4 days ASI will take for the entire survey. To which the court has clearly said on the proceeding that CJ told the ASI that just go with this, don't try and just finish it by 31 of July. Then the final order hasn't come yet, but this is all happening in the particular survey, in that particular the proceedings. So we can say that it is going in that particular direction where ASI could be allowed to do the survey by 31 of July, but we have to wait for the final order by the court.
So when will the survey start, Samarth? Is it going to start tomorrow itself? Because July 31st is only 3 days away.
Well, obviously, because it's a part of proceeding right now, and there is discussion going inside. CJ is asking for the ASI to finish it by 31 of July. We have to wait for the final order because if this is okay and this comes in an order by the High Court, then yes, obviously, it would be started by tomorrow morning, just like 3 days back it started, and the ASI will have to finish it by 4 to 5 days. That means up to 31 of July, as claimed by the ASI, that they will be able to do that, because what ASI told the court that only 5% of work is done, as confirmed by the CJ inside the proceedings. So it's going to be very crucial. We have to wait for the final order. But yes, the CJ has clearly told that ASI expert who has called from Varanasi that finished this particular work by July 31.
We'll wait for that full order and get you an update on that as soon as it comes in. Samar, thanks very much for filling us in. The survey has been cleared to proceed and it needs to be completed by the end of July. We'll get you an update as soon as we have it. Now let's return to our main story on the no confidence motion that the Modi government now faces in Parliament. Remember that India has a long history of no confidence motions, but how do the numbers stack up this time? Take a look at how it looks in the Lok Sabha. There are 332 MPs who are currently with the government, very, very strong in the Lok Sabha, but 141 MPs are against the government. There are 64 MPs who are currently fence sitters. We don't know which way they will swing. Vacant seats currently in the Lok Sabha amounts to about 6. If we go into greater detail into what the numbers actually look like, with the government, like I said, 332, and against the government is 141. You break it down per party, those numbers look like this. You've got 49 from the Congress, 24 from the DMK, 23 from the Trinamool, and 16 from the JDU. With the government, if you break up that 332, BJP obviously in the strongest position with over 300 seats, the Shiv Sena with 13, AIADMK 1, and the RLJP with 5 seats. So they are in a strong situation right now. But take a look at India's tryst with no confidence motions, and there have been many in the 76 years of this country. Jawaharlal Nehru, the country's first Prime Minister, faced a no trust motion twice post the 1962 war with China. His daughter Indira Gandhi faced no confidence motions 15 times and survived each and every one of those times. Prime Minister Morarji Desai faced the motion twice. He had to quit in 1979 after his short-lived government following the emergency. Rajiv Gandhi faced a no-trust motion only once. That was in 1987 on the back of the Bofors scam. PV Narasimha Rao faced 3 no-confidence motions when he was the Prime Minister. Atal Bihari Vajpayee lost his floor test famously in 1999 but won in 2003. Narendra Modi has survived a no-trust motion by the opposition in 2018 by a staggering 195 votes. This current no-confidence motion will be his second. Now, remember, in the shadow of what's happening in Parliament is also the identity of this alliance, this new alliance that calls itself India, or INDIA. Well, NDA versus India is in full swing ahead of these Lok Sabha polls. But flaying the opposition for naming its alliance INDIA, Prime Minister Modi says that merely adding the name India doesn't make it so. Well, after Prime Minister Modi took a jibe at the name of the opposition alliance, likening it to the Popular Front of India, the East India Company and even the Indian Mujahideen, senior BJP leaders today doubled up their attack on the opposition and its newly crafted identity. While Union Home Minister Amit Shah took to Twitter and said that the change in the name of the alliance will not erase the past deeds of the parties involved in the alliance, Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar accused the opposition of seeking foreign intervention to solve internal problems. Meanwhile, unfazed by the charges levelled against them, and strengthened opposition parties have hit back and accused the Prime Minister of hating India. Obviously, that's a pun.
मैंने पहले भी मुझसे किसी ने पूछा भी ये पहले, और मैं आज